The great blue sea is full of life, full of strange plants and creatures and microbes, and it's also full of surprises. Well, today I bring you an incredible story of orcas, great blue whales, and never-before-seen hunting attacks. Our story takes place in the waters off the coast of Australia, where some scientists have been monitoring killer whales to better understand their hunting behavior. Their findings and analyses of their observations have been published in a recent paper. Now, in the beginning of their scientific paper, the authors explain some of the unknown, writing, quote, "Killer whales, Orcanus orca, are apex marine predators, having been documented preying upon nearly every large animal species that swims in the ocean. Although they are known to prey on the calves of large whales, there is ongoing debate as to whether they can take healthy adults of the largest species," unquote. So they mentioned that figuring this out can help inform our understanding of the role killer whales have on marine ecologies generally, and on whale populations specifically. The authors continue, saying, quote, "Off the coast of Western Australia, two geographically separated and genetically differentiated killer whale populations have been identified, both of which feed at least in part on marine mammals," unquote. They mentioned that a small group of, quote, 32 known individuals occurs off the Cape Range Peninsula in the tropical waters off the Ningaloo coast, unquote. Here, this pod, quote, "target mainly the calves of migrating humpback whales," unquote. The other group is much larger, with more than 140 individuals that, quote, "regularly occur in the temperate waters off the south coast of Western Australia," unquote. So, their study made several really surprising discoveries. Across 3 hunting attacks over the last 3 years, the scientists observed packs of orcas attack and kill large blue whales. 2 blue whales were killed in 2019, the second just 16 days after the first. And in 2021, they documented a 3rd blue whale kill. Impressively, the first killed whale back in 2019, quote, "appeared to be a healthy adult," unquote. This is pretty amazing, as orca adults are about 30 feet long, while blue whale adults can be many dozens of feet long. An older blue whale calf, so just a youngling, can be 50 feet long, longer than a mature orca. And the first blue whale that was killed, the one that was described as a, quote, "healthy adult," unquote, was 72 feet long, so more than twice as long as a mature adult orca. When the researchers found the healthy adult blue whale being attacked by orcas, a Business Insider article reports that they immediately saw, quote, "large chunks of skin and blubber," unquote, that had been gouged off the animal, and, quote, "most of the dorsal fin, having been bitten off," unquote. They also describe how the orcas surrounded the whale and beat against it, with 2 orcas focusing on the whale's head, pushing it underwater and preventing it from surfacing to get a breath of air. The attacks were described as, quote, "relentless," unquote, and culminated with the orcas swarming into the mouth of the dying blue whale, where they feverishly attacked and ate the blue whale's massive, muscular, nutrient-rich tongue. When the hunt was over, some 50-odd orcas came up to feast on the body. Orcas hunting mature blue whales like this, employing these strategies and showing these preferences, have never been seen before. Marine ecologist Robert Pittman was co-author of the study. He said, quote, "This is the biggest predation event on this planet. The biggest apex predator taking down the biggest prey. We don't have dinosaurs anymore, so for me as a whale biologist and a zoologist, it's an amazing thing," unquote. Now, in the second incident, which was considerably smaller, 25 orcas attacked a younger 40-foot blue whale and killed it in a similar fashion. And in the third incident, another pack of orcas chased a 45-foot blue whale across 15 miles of ocean. It was an episode of aquatic violence that lasted for an hour and a half, culminating in the blue whale becoming a meal for another pack of some 50 orcas. But the surprises don't end here. For example, it was widely believed that the largest orcas led the hunts, and this would be the adult males. But the authors documented that these attacks were actually led by adult females. The authors suggest that the females were mothers, and the aggressive attacks on the whales were an attempt to capture enough food to feed their offspring. Now, all of this stuff is really cool. Of course, orcas are incredible animals, and honestly, so are blue whales. Seeing the first scientific documentation of orcas hunting blue whale adults is also really awesome, and seeing how they love the tasty, nutrient-rich tongues of the blue whales, and how the females, the mothers, appeared to lead this hunting party, these are also new surprises that are really fascinating and really interesting. It opens up a whole bunch of new questions. We have speculation, but why exactly are the mothers leading these hunting parties? Again, we can speculate, but why exactly are the orcas preferring to mow down on the blue whale tongues? What is it about the tongue that they love? It is possible that some of this information is more or less known, but I haven't stumbled across it myself. I don't know everything. I'm quite ignorant to a lot of things. But that's why I read studies like this, so I can find all these new discoveries, these new surprises, and try to inform myself about the biological world. And as the scientists had hoped, this also helps inform our understanding of the orcas' diet and their role in marine ecosystems as a top-down regulator of whale populations. So there you go. Awesome stuff about some awesome marine mammals.